Hey, my name is ShawNshawN. I sell art on ShawNshawN.co and screen reads on ShawNshawNActing.com. Today we're going to review Jungle Cruise. So this is a film by Jaume Collet-Serr. I think he's maybe Barcelonan, maybe French. Time is 2 hours, 7 minutes, so quite a long time. I think it's fine for this film because it has a lot of action in it, so it seems to go by fast, a big tentpole kind of type of film, so they tend to stretch these films out longer than the hour and a half I usually like, but I don't think it lagged too much for the 2 hours, 7 minutes. They might have been able to trim a couple more minutes, but I think it flowed pretty well. Actors are Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, as Frank Wolf. Emily Blunt plays Lily Hoffington. Jack Whitehall plays MacGregor Houghton. Jesse Piesmons plays Prince Jaochim. Paul Giamatti plays Nilo. Dani Rovira plays Sancho. So this young woman, I think she's operating maybe in the 20s or 30s generation. Maybe it's actually earlier. It's in the 1910s. It's right around World War I, right before World War I, or right around that time frame. She's kind of a budding archaeologist herself, but because she's a woman, she's held back by the Society of Archaeologists to join. And so she kind of has her brother posing as he wants to join. He gives this big lecture to convince these people to fund this operation to go to Brazil. I think they say no. But anyway, she figures out how to do it, and she gets a secret kind of arrowhead, which is one of the map or keys to the Tears of... I don't know what it's called. Something Tears of the River. I don't even remember the film at this point. It's a week out gone. So she goes all the way to Brazil with her brother, and her brother brings this lavish set of like 6 suitcases because he's just this, drama queen. It's pretty funny. And she's this kind of rough and lean woman. They want to hire out Nilo, who's the famed boat operator of the local river next to this location of where this lost tears are. She runs into Frank, and Frank pretends to be Nilo, so she hires Frank. They get on the river, and then they're being chased by this German submarine operator commander. So it's pretty fun. You have the commander trying to steal the tears, and then there's these cursed conquistadors who the commander wakes up, so then they're chased by the conquistadors as well. All for the same type of prize, this tears of the river, or whatever it's called. So a really cute, kind of fun, summery Disney style film. Just really innocent, really easygoing, fun film. It was a pretty packed cinema when I went, and there was a whole crowd of, 2, 3 guys, and they just laughed at every stupid joke. It wasn't even that funny. They'd be like, ha, 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 ha. You'd be like, oh my god, this is horrible. It's the exact reason why you don't want to go to the cinema. You just play it on your HDTV. You're like, thank god, I don't want to hear that. This type of film that doesn't have too much CGI that really kind of comes off in the cinema. They don't play around with the sound a lot. It's just kind of your standard Disney film. It's a really nice film, but I think you could just watch this at home. I don't know if per se you need to watch it in the cinema. It's fun. I just like to do that, but with HD technology, probably HDTV is good enough for this type of film. The next film I investigated, it does play well in the cinema. I'll let you know about that. They have they're on the river, and there's also hidden dangers of like the piranha in the river and eating the piranha and the rough and tumble world of the piranha. You have kind of this surprise twist in Frank's character as it goes along. It turns out he was part of the conquistadors, and he's been cursed to live 400 years. So it's kind of like this interesting quandary of living too long. And he's tired of life, and he just wants to end it, but he's cursed to live in the Amazon River basin, the same as the conquistadors. The conquistadors are after the tears because the lead captain, his daughter, had this fatal sickness, and if he gets these tears of the river, he'll be able to save his daughter. So he has a great motivation of why he's so evil against the tribe, who he betrays because they won't give him the tears of the Amazon to save his daughter, even though they save him. So then they're cursed and stuck in this Amazon River. So it's kind of a really fun adventure film. Would have been great doing Brendan Fraser in this role a long time ago when he was still in shape. Let himself go. He's lost some of his hair, but I mean, you could wear a wig and do this film, right? I think to me, he was like a really great character in all the Mummy movies. He was really great. And this probably should have been a Brendan Fraser movie, actually, because he's just so good at that role. Versus The Rock. I mean, The Rock is a fun character, and I think he's a good actor as well. A really fun character. Kind of goofy because he's like this superhuman Hulk-looking guy. It's just so exaggerated. You're just like, dude, why is this guy so big, and why is he lifting like hundreds of pounds of weight? Obviously, he's probably going to live longer, maybe because he's got so much lifting, but maybe he's using steroids, so who knows. But he's a really kind-hearted guy. You know, I really like him in working with Kevin Hart. I think that was the best setup ever, is when he works with Kevin Hart. It's just such a great comedic bonding, and then with Jack Black and Jumanji, it was really fun. I think this is a pretty fun film as well, but again, I think I would have leaned towards Brandon Fraser in this role versus The Rock, but, you know, Brandon Fraser doesn't look as good as he once was, so unfortunately, they passed on him. But yeah, I mean, to me, it's like Brandon Fraser all the way, but I think he's lost some of his looks, so he doesn't look as good as he could. So that's just caught up with him. Unfortunately, didn't age as well as he wanted to. But anyway, I think it's a fun film. I'd recommend it. It's probably a one-watch film unless you have kids, and then you might see it several times. If you guys like to subscribe, you can subscribe below. And I'll see you in the next movie review. Thanks for watching, guys.